I have here with me two of Astar lead developers in the WASM environment. I have Mario, he's the lead developer for WASM, also father of the Shibuya Pass and the Astar Pass and the Astar Base. And then we also have Pierre. Pierre previously worked at Super Colony. He's the man behind the standardization of the smart contracts for WASM. So he's a great skill to have as well in our WASM expert team. So they will do like today a crowdcast and show you everything about how to write, deploy, and interact with Inc. smart contracts. So I think I will leave it now to Mario. And if you have any questions, below the screen you will see an Ask a Question box. The moment you click on this, you can write your question. And at the end of the presentation, we will go over the questions and our developers can answer those. So Mario, please go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Maarten. So hello, everyone. Again, I'm Mario. This is my Twitter account if you want to connect. I'll be talking about all the developer tools that we have today for Inc. And also, I hope you watched the introduction to Inc. by Hernando last week, because I created this workshop to be complementary to that workshop. I didn't want to repeat stuff, but I will be showing you as we go, what Hernando did and what I'm doing a bit graphically. You will see. I will let you guess my nationality by my accent. So please use the chat box if you can guess. I'll reveal if that's of any interest at all. My target audience for this is Polkadot North America Hackathon. So I hope others can follow as well. But this is the main audience for this workshop. Okay, so let's. With me is Pierre as well. He will be interrupting me. He will be also answering the questions and chat. So I will switch with Hernando in a week. With Pierre next week. He will do the workshop and I'll be the silent one. So for those of you who don't know, so we are from Astar. Astar is a smart contract hub for WASM and EVM. We are Parachain on Kusama and also on Polkadot. We are hiring. So if what you hear today is of any interest to you, and you feel you can join us, we are looking for the smart guys and girls. So this is we need substrate developer, WASM developers, DevOps, integration developers, whatnot. Yeah. This will be the main topics for today. I'll go first through all the nets, test nets and main nets that we have for now. Not all, but my view of it. Then we'll go through the development tools for WASM in .sama. By the way, if you never heard .sama, it's Kusama and Polkadot in the same word. So this is like one ecosystem. We will introduce Swanky tool, more about it later, and also introduce Swanky node. I guess some of you are new to this Polkadot.js, so I'll give the brief overview of the UI. We will also use Polkadot.js to interact with the contract, and we will also use Shibuya testnet to show you how to use it. Okay, people coming to Polkadot are usually confused with all the networks we have, so I will probably confuse you more, or I hope it will be a bit more clear for you. So let's see if I can do some good job on there. So blue is Astar team maintained networks, and pink is parity and community networks. You can see this Swanky node to be standalone, same as substrate contracts node. What is different? You can use both. I'll show you both. But the difference Swanky makes, sorry, this difference Swanky makes is that as we develop our network, we will also have like chain extensions that you can like enrich your local test node with. And I think that Parity is doing a great job by having this node. It's like a reference node with only pallet contracts basically. And yeah, so you can use both. Swanky node is like a more enhanced substrate contract node. That's like standalone for the developer, for the development. Then we come to the Parachain testnets. We have Shibuya. This is our local. Oh no, sorry, not local. It's our testnet. It's close to the team and of course open for the usage to the public as from the RPC. But this is our main testnet. I put this just for you to see that this is really Parachain. We are running in the background. We are running a relay chain. We call it Kyoto. Yeah. Then I'll come later to the Rococo. I'll just continue with our Astar nodes. We have Shiden Parachain that's on Kusama, and we have Astar Parachain that's on Polkadot. They're all great because pallet contracts that you need to run Inc contracts is only at the moment deployed on Shibuya. But as I talk about in this workshop, Dino and other guys in our team are preparing the pallet contracts for Shiden, and we are testing it to see if that can be really deployed on Kusama. So we have some benchmarks that we need to run, and then if everything goes well with Shiden Parachain, then we'll have it on Astar. Timeline is June for Shiden, and we hope July on Astar. So then what is Rococo? This is like community-based relay chain where different projects can integrate. And Astar team has Rockstar parachain there. It's at the moment used for the XCM testing, but very likely we'll also have pallet contracts there. So other projects in ecosystem can then connect and also communicate with our Rockstar. But this is still in the making. So by the end of the hackathon, it will be probably live on both of these. Astar probably not. Okay, let me know if this makes sense. We'll come back to this picture throughout the demo. Demo will be just after this few intro slides, so be patient, please. Okay, then this is the like overview, not complete overview. This is like my view of the current Inc world or WASM world. I'll start from the bottom. So if you want to write WASM smart contracts, at the moment you can use Inc. This is parity based, parity handled language. It's basically Rust. Not basically, it is Rust with a few macros that are helping you create smart contracts. Then you can also use Solidity, and there is a compiler called Solang that you can compile your Solidity contracts to WASM. And also there is Ask. We will support Ask very soon as well. But today I will not be talking about Ask. Ask is language based on it's like TypeScript language. It's called assembly script. So our team is also actively participating in building and creating this Ask language. Okay, besides mentioned the Solang compiler that we use is Cargo contract to compile Inc smart contracts to WASM. I also put Swanky CLI, but basically behind Swanky CLI is a Cargo contract. More about Swanky in the coming slides. Cargo contract is is also basically wrapper around the Rust-C, so it's a Rust compiler. So then to create new projects, we have several options. Cargo contract can do Flipper for you. Swanky CLI can do a couple of more, like can do PSP22 and like double contracts scaffolding. And then we have OpenBrush. I'll talk more about OpenBrush soon. But OpenBrush is like library of the contracts, ink contracts with like standard connected with standardization. It's intention to have like open Zeppelin library for our ecosystem. And there are different ways to interact with the contracts. From the command line, you have cargo contract and Swanky CLI. You have Polkadot contracts UI, Polkadot.js API. This is yeah, and you have Redspot. There are Redspot is the I would say is a king still for the like integration tests, and you will see many people still using Redspot. But the future of Redspot is not certain because the team behind Redspot is not maintaining it anymore. So it's maybe community takes over and continues. But I would still recommend you use Redspot. But for now, yeah, we don't know the future. And the nodes, I won't go again. This is the same as in a previous slide. So then why Swanky suite and what is this? So the intention is like to make like straightforward how to develop WASM contracts on Astar basically. And actually no. So this Swanky tool is not just for Astar. It will be intended is for the any chains. It will be open to use on any parachain or any local chain that you want to use. But for now, you will see what is covered and how it can be used. Okay, so this is like a brief overview or like a reminder what Hernando covered in his workshop. If you didn't, I really recommend you watch. It's called Introduction to Ink. So what Hernando did is he created the Ink smart contract. He used cargo contract to build it. Yeah, and he created what was Flipper. Yeah, he created Flipper from this. Then he used the contract UI to interact with this contract, and then he was actually interacting with Substrate contract node. What we'll do today will be like a bit like complementary to that. So we'll use also Ink, and we'll use Swanky to deal with, including the Swanky node. We'll also use Shibuya and Polkadot.js, so you will see how to create account and how to use it. And I'll show you what is OpenBrush and how you can use OpenBrush. If you want to follow along, there is awesome. We created this to help with all the links and all the. It's basically reference to everything that we are talking today and much more. So if you want to follow along, there are all the links are here. I pasted this link in the chat, so you can grab it and find all the links that I'll be using. So it's structured the same way as I show you now. So we first have like languages. You have Ink, all the Ink related stuff. Also, we have awesome Ink guides here. So many links again here, but it's probably too many links already. Compilers, how to do, like contract development. Okay, we can use contract interactions, everything there is. Wallets that you can and should use. Test notes that you can find. Support for like troubleshooting and asking questions. It's here. And then I collected a couple of tutorials and workshops for like further learning. Yeah, I'll talk about this a bit more. So please use this if you want to follow along. And let's now do the demo. Pierre, are you there? You're sleeping? Just say something.
No, I'm not sleeping. I'm trying to respond to questions.
Let me just show you. So, okay, so I'll use this so you can follow. So if you are following, then you will see this Swanky. So this is still like a work in progress. We just have the MVP at the moment. We plan to have beta on, I hope this month. I wouldn't say next week, but as soon as we are ready, we'll also publish a GitHub and we'll have announcement. So stay tuned. But for now, if you wanna follow, this is the Swanky CLI on npm. So just copy this and install it. It takes a few minutes, so I will skip it because I have it already. And here you have like instructions and help what is there, and we'll use all of this, so you will see how to use it. So again, you can live without Swanky, but it will make your life much easier as a developer. Okay, so let's start. So let's start by creating this demo. First question you get, which language you want to use. For now, we only have ink, so I'll skip the ask explanation. And these are some examples that you can use to start with. So let's start with PSP22. What PSP is? PSP stands for Polkadot Standard Proposals. If you are familiar with Solidity, it's like ERC20. And I just pressed installing a Swanky node. You can also install Substrate contract node. Yeah, so it takes few moments to download this Swanky node. Okay, I have a little cheat sheet, so I don't forget some of the commands. So let's see. I do first Swanky version. So I'm using not the latest, I guess, 0.12, but I guess that's fine as well. Okay, let me first do the following. I'll enter the folder, and I'll do something that I think that many developers will appreciate. It's a Swanky check. So Swanky check will verify your environment. I mean, we are still in the early phases, and there are many elements that you need to take into consideration. So this Swanky check will check all your like environment. It will check Rust version, cargo version. It will check linter. It will check cargo contract, and also will read your TOML file with all the versions that for the ink palettes. We intend to make recommended versions that can be used with any of the Swanky releases. So let's see how we make this. But for now, at least you can use this to print out and see what you are using, and this can be cause of your troubles. Many times it is, especially when people start using ink and all this environment. Okay, so now let's compile our contract. I will use silent mode, and while this is being compiled, it takes 2-3 minutes. We'll start the node. Okay. We implemented that by default. The Swanky node has an instant seal. What does it mean? It means that any block is produced by having the any transaction or extrinsics. That means that one block is one transaction. There are no blocks produced, as you can see. There will be blocks produced as we go. I will also connect to that node. This is Polkadot.js site, so I'll show you briefly what Polkadot is. Polkadot.js is. If you don't have the link, you will find in the contract interaction with this website. This is the set of let me close this set of accounts that are predefined by Swanky node. So, and there are like two of mine, so you can ignore those. But for the testing purposes, you can use these accounts. Let me just check compilation. Then we have a network explorer.
Mario, can you zoom a bit, please, on the browser?
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
Thanks. It's okay. Thanks.
Yeah. You can see just one block is produced. Yeah. So this is we are waiting for transaction to build next block. And what we'll be using today is contracts. We will skip all this. It's too much probably to have all this. So we'll use contracts, and you will see very soon how to use it. I'll just delete. This was my test previously, so this is not unchanged, so it doesn't. You will, when you start using it, it will be empty for you as well. Okay. Any questions, Pierre? Is it too fast or?
No, it's okay. It's really, you really go into details. It's nice. I just want to add some information about the Swanky node. So there's Swanky CLI, which is what right now Mario is presenting, and Swanky node. Swanky node just basically a substrate node. It's a fork from our Shibuya network. So that's mean that it means it will target Astar Network. So when we will add like some custom logic, for example, chain extension, it will be on Swanky node. And we really want to create like a word process for smart contract developer that want to develop on Astar, which is first use Swanky CLI and Swanky node to develop, then deploy on Shibuya, then deploy on Shiden and Astar. So yeah, I just wanted to precise this.
Yes. Thanks. Okay, so now what we do, so it's compiled fine. You can see check mark. So Sasha explained to me that check mark means it's done. We'll still work on the user experience, but this is how it is now. Let's do. So now we'll deploy it on Swanky node. This is our local node. So Swanky deploy, and let's see what error we get. Okay, so we miss gas. So to deploy this contract on the node, we need to add some gas. And who is paying that gas? By default is Alice account. This is all we have at the moment. We will have like a set of accounts to use, and also your custom your own account. So I'll use one GUI. And then also I need to, because let's see, let me show you basically how it looks now. So since I compiled it, we have these contracts. Why I need the arguments?
Can you full screen, please?
Okay.
So we can see.
Yeah.
Thanks.
On the, maybe not full, just extend this and then. I hope it's big enough. So
yes, okay.
As you can see, we need this is constructor of the contract. We need to give one argument. It's total supply. So we need to do args, and I'll put 21. Let me know if you don't know what 21 million is. Okay, so now we have a contract deployed on our Swanky node. This is called hash of the contract, and this is the address that that is used on Swanky node. So we'll now try to interact a bit. It's basically still cheating under the hood. This is calling the cargo contract call command, and you will see that by looking at the. Let me just. So we are now calling this. I use D. This is for the dry run. This will basically not read it from the chain. I think this will just read it from what you have initially set. But we will be working on this. But anyways, this is the call command that will be enhanced in near future.
It's read from the chain, but it just like does not modify the state, just like basic RPC call.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this does, because if you don't use dry run, you will get the latest events. So I will need to ask Parity guys if there is a way to read like total supply, which is public variable. But never mind. This is just to show that this is also in the pipe. But to make it like more visually appealing, we'll use this contract address and just add it. So remember, we already have this contract on the Swanky node. So this is just to show you how to interact with it on the node. So for this, I need ABI. It's metadata, target, inc. Yeah, this is always, you'll find your metadata and your contract file always in this target, inc, and then here. So metadata JSON. So okay, so now we can also use GUI to interact with the call. You can see that this is this should be easy to read. So this is 21 million. And let's check, like since Alice deployed this code, Alice is the owner of 21 million. So let's just check this. Yeah, 21 million. I will do transaction on Shibuya, but for now, let's complete with this. I just wanna quickly tell you what we did again. So for now, we just used Swanky node. Okay. So now the next step, we verify this. We interacted with the contract. Now we'll go to the Shibuya Parachain. It's our testnet. But okay, so to go there, and this is how you go there. So on this, you go to testnet, test networks. Although it is a parachain, nobody knows that. I mean, you don't need to know that. But so you will find it under test networks. So Shibuya, here it is. So Shibuya is our testnet. You go switch. I'm losing my good voice. Okay, again, now you will see a different story with accounts. So these are all my accounts. And when you first time connect, you will see no accounts. It will be empty. So I'll guide you through a few steps you need to do before you can use Shibuya. So first thing will be you will need to add new account, but don't use this. You'll see later why. It just makes your life easier. So use Polkadot extension. If you didn't, on the WASM list, there is also links how to do it. So we'll have plus and then create new account. This will be mnemonics that you need to save. I won't say because I will ditch this account after this workshop, but you have to click I saved my mnemonics, and I need to do some password. This is the name. Let's this will be and work Mario 123 is password. Doesn't matter. I'm not using that password anyways, so don't try to hack me. Then let's now see if it's where is it is. Workshop. Okay. Make sure for now until you have better understanding of the accounts that you have this allow use on any chain, and you will see it here. No, you won't because you need to restart or reload the page. Now we'll use this account to deploy the contract, but the same contract as we use for the local node. But we have problem now. We have 0 tokens, and we cannot pay the gas to deploy contract. So to deploy the to get some test tokens, it's SBY is the shortcut. You need to go to the Astar website. So portal.astar.network. There you need to first connect to Shibuya testnet. So Shibuya network, connect. And then you need to connect your, let's see, your newly created. You will see probably just one account. So you just clicked this connect. And it's 0, right? So we'll use faucet now. So Shibuya faucet 0. Ooh. Maarten, faucet is empty. Let's try again. Luckily, I have some yeah. Sorry, guys. So in reality, this will never happen, of course.
The faucet is not empty, but we have some projects doing some live tests.
Okay.
Test
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, you will be able. If you don't get, you just connect us on Discord and ask for tokens. We'll be happy to give you. Actually, Maarten will. He is very rich in a virtual world of testnets. So I'll just send from one account. Let's say Mario on this. I'll send it to. Is it the workshop? This one. I'll send just one. It's plenty for the paying gas. Now let's wait for this transaction to end. You can always see what's happening with the network. Check the Explorer. So this is very slow. It took over 20 seconds to produce a block, but now we should have it. Yeah, we have one token on our workshop account. So let's now deploy the same contract we used for the Swanky. So Swanky node. So here we'll now use this upload and deploy code. So this will be JSON. So I'll just use this. So you use a contract. Otherwise, you need to do 2 steps. If you use a .contract, then you do it in 1 step. And we call this bundle workshop.
Mario, do you want to deploy it with Mario test or with workshop?
Oh yeah. Sorry. It was. Thanks. That would make a mess, and in the next step. So we'll do 7 billion. Do you know what 7 billion? why it's important for Astar. You let me know in the chat. So, okay, so we are deploying by this account and sign and submit. Now we need to use account, so password for the workshop account. We sign the transaction and wait for this to be deployed on Shibuya. You can see there are already like 286 code hashes on Shibuya. Again, we need to wait for the, okay. Okay, so this is a bit bigger number. The reason is that it is by default it is in the tokens, and this number is in ways, so that's why it is so much bigger. I forgot to tell you about it. So, but this is the number. This is like 18 decimals more than the number I entered. So let's just check first this account. This is a workshop account. So workshop. So why is this? Just to I just named everything the same. But this is the contract that we are querying. This is the account that is calling this transaction. This is the function that's being called, and this is the argument that we are putting. Like we are checking the balance of this account. So, and this is this. So this is 7 billion Shibuya tokens. No, sorry, PSP tokens that are here, that we created with this PSP22. So let's do transaction now. Let's do transfer. So again, we are connected to workshop contract. We will call from this, so this account will pay for this transaction. And we are transferring to, let's say, we are transferring to one of my, and then we'll do, I'll do 1 billion. I'm not sure if I do Shibuya or I do Wei here. Let's see. It will execute anyways.
It's in a way because there was not the unit Pico unit stuff, so it's in a way.
Yeah. But anyways, it will be visible in ways on my account when you do.
Yeah, the thing is more like a Polkadot.js UI stuff. Sometimes you have units, so you need to take care about chain decimals.
Yeah. So transfer is over. So let's just check now the balance of Mario test. And it is 1 billion of tokens, 1 billion ways, basically. Okay, this is what I wanted to show with Shibuya. And now I would like to tell you a bit about the OpenBrush. I mentioned, so OpenBrush is, this is docs, right? So OpenBrush, I hope will become our Open Zeppelin. It's maintained and created by Super Colony team. They are fully WASM oriented. We are thankful for their work. And this is like a wizard. If you ever used Open Zeppelin, you're familiar with the wizard for the
Please
ERC.
zoom a bit, please.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're aware of Open Zeppelin wizard. It's really easy way to compose your contract, like this basic stuff. So for the tokens that we use, they have many versions, so you can use whatever version you need to build on. Always the latest is always the best, and you will get lib file and cargo toml file. And again, you can extend this with whatever extension you need for your contract. And then you just copy it and use in your contract. It's really convenient and really well done. And OpenBrush also has a great documentation. So just read through. I did, so it was really useful. So go ahead and read. And you have also deployment, very extensive explanation how to deploy. It does not mention Swanky because again, Swanky is just something that we'll have very soon, but still not ready for production. Yeah, so go ahead, use OpenBrush. Okay, then I have a couple of more slides I want to show. Okay, this is we're already building the dApp environment, and you can check DI in our Astar docs. Actually, no, I did not update the docs. Sorry, but it will be tomorrow, I promise. So DI is the Oracle, and you can already use it in your smart contracts. Subscript is working with a couple of projects, WASM projects in our ecosystem. So we'll have a public indexer available, I hope, very soon. For the block explorer, you can use Subscan. And Subscan team is also working on the contract verification. We need this for the production-based projects. Yeah, and we also, I'll skip this one. I'll tell you more here. So Swanky roadmap, because I added this slide because many people are already asking, when Swanky. So what we have today is we are basically redoing all this. What we have shown you today. I will have a release very soon, but this is what we have already, so I don't want to go again here. But what we are building starting from next quarter, we want to do what Red Spot is doing today. So we want to do RPC tests as well. We want to support Ask as well. Yeah, it should be deployable, or it should be usable for any project or any network in .sama. And we want to extend our Swanky node to be the Parachain, basically using Polkadot launch, where you can spin off your parachain and relay chain, and then do intra parachain communication and stuff. We want to have so that you can do from the command line, you can do contract verification and scaffolding for the dApps. So you would be able to have a React React version and Vue, probably, because who likes Vue, a template for your dApps. So stay tuned. More is coming from Swanky. And this is the basic list of support, how you can contact our team, how you can apply for your job. Please do if you're interested. We have a Discord channel. Just go to Dev Support channel. We have our documentation. So Astar, go to the docs, Astar Network, and then you have under build, you have EVM smart contract, but not that one. Sorry. You have WASM smart contract. So this is also something that you should start with if you are starting with WASM contracts. And that's it. I think this is all I had to say. So 44 minutes. That was on target. Pierre, please take over. Any questions? Something that we need to discuss?
No questions. Thomas have a question, but I will respond.
Okay.
I will respond on chat because it was a question that was already asked in Stack Exchange. So I'm not forgetting you, Thomas. I will respond after.
Okay. Then I'll be in New York for the Hacker House. If any of you guys listening are participating on the Hacker House, please come and say hi. And oh yeah, we have one more slide, right, Pierre? I almost forgot. Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, today was part 1 of the workshop, let's say, and next week I will hold the second part of the workshop, and we will deep dive in a chain extension So we'll build chain extension in Ink. We will add this on the runtime palette, and I will really explain everything how to use. And as Astar will have a lot of chain extension in the future for dApp staking, which is at the heart of our network, and on, of course, some others. Please join, and we'll code together on chain extension. And it's next week, Wednesday, at 6 p.m. Europe time.
Yeah. Thanks, Pierre. Thanks everyone for joining. See you in a week, and see you in New York if you are there.
Okay. Thank you, Mario. Thank you, Pierre.
Thank you, Mario.
Thank
you,
you,
Maarten, as well.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Bye
guys.
bye.